Hey there. Well, today I wanted to come out here and talk to you about root suckers. Most of you that follow me on my page, you know that I utilize root suckers. And I'd like to share with you my ideas of utilizing root suckers and why I like to utilize root suckers. Now, that being said, I've been dealing with these pawpaws for several years now, and I've really gotten into them here quite a bit recently. And today I'm standing beside a grafted tree. This tree, as you can see, is as tall as I am. This tree is a pawpaw, and it's a pawpaw known as mango. Now, something that I want to point out to you about this particular tree, I grafted it last year, 2020. I had planted this tree out here in 2018. However, the tree itself was a root sucker from a large tree from up by my driveway. It came up in 2018. Wait, let me repeat that. Did I just say that right? It came up in 2018. And that's when I transplanted this tree over here in 2018. And it sat here from 2018, 2019, it had an opportunity to grow the whole time. And in 2020, I decided to go ahead and graft into it. And that tree right now, it's almost as big, in my opinion, as a 6-year-old tree. Maybe a 5-year-old tree. I've got a 5-year-old tree up on the porch inside of a pot. And no, it's not nearly this big. That tree was grafted in 2020. Look how big, look how robust it is. As a lot of you may know, I had done a lot of grafting last year, my first time grafting. This tree incidentally had 3 pieces of scion grafted into it down here into the bottom. Caterpillar. I don't know what kind, but it ain't going in there. Anyways, I did 2 cleft grafts and 1 tongue and whip graft into this tree, and this became the result. Now, I've got a tree out there in the fruit garden that was a seedling from 2016, and last year I grafted into that seedling. It was a 4-year-old seedling, and it did very well. And it too was converted over to a mango, like this one, mango. But it is nowhere near as big as this. That tree out there right now is a 5-year-old tree, and it's probably half the size. You're not going to get this size of a tree from a seedling. It's not going to happen. That's the reason why I chose to utilize so-called root suckers, root shoots, however you want to call them, as grafting material, root stock rather. And you can't dismiss how big this tree has gotten. It can't be dismissed. That is very, very, very good grower. The tree behind me is about a 5 to 6-year-old tree that was a seedling I grafted into this year. Now, one thing I have found in grafting, when I'm grafting into trees that are pushing 4 years old, and I'm talking seedlings, they do very well. 4 years old to 5, maybe 6-year-old seedlings, they do very well as far as grafting like this one did. And the regular seedlings, yeah, they do all right, but nothing like this. Nothing like this, even a grafted one. I have grafted seedlings out there that are 2019 seedlings. I grafted them last year, and they're about that big. However, over here, is an NC1. I grafted last year. That too is a root sucker. And that root sucker was dug up in 2019. It came up in 2019. I dug it up in 2019, planted it there, and last year I grafted into it. And it too, as I said, is a root sucker. 2 years old. You're not going to have a seedling grow that robust in 2 years. No way, no how, don't care what you say. I've been growing these things, and I've grown an awful lot of plants, and I've grown an awful lot of different trees. No way a 2-year-old seedling is going to be this big. Root sucker. I like dealing with root suckers because they're much more robust. Yeah, some of them you got to make sure the other little suckers that do try to come up, keep them cut out of there. But is that not a nice tree? Got some damage on here from Japanese beetles, but basically I'm not seeing any more Japanese beetles. They probably ate themselves to a death, committed suicide. 5 to 6-year-old seedling. Looks real nice. Turned out very well. I'm really, really pleased with that graft. And I have another seedling back behind this that I will be grafting into next year. I'm just presenting the argument to you, the viewers, that there is no way that a seedling is going to be that big. I mean, I'm looking at a 3-year-old tree. No, it's not a 3-year-old seedling. It's a 3-year-old sucker. Root shoot. So I'm not just something I wanted to share with you. You know, you can dismay root suckers all you want, but with the proper way of harvesting root suckers and utilizing them, they can be very, very beneficial to your plants. This tree right here, within 2 years, I'm going to have fruit in that tree. It's just, man, is that robust or what? That is a big tree for its age, 3 years old. I'm really, really pleased with that graft. Now, I've sold grafted trees, but nothing of root suckers. The root suckers are for myself, my own benefit. I've grafted root suckers for my benefit. The other seedlings I've grafted into, I've sold those seedlings to different individuals, and that's for them. For me, I want to do my work with the root suckers. Got one up here by the driveway right now. It came up last year. I grafted it this year, and it's already about 4 foot tall. There's no way you're going to get that out of a seedling. Just something that I wanted to share with you. Do your homework, take your time, pay attention to what you're doing as far as digging up root suckers, and this right here is what you could have with root suckers. That's what you could have with root suckers. That's the reason why I deal with root suckers. When I first got into this game, I was led to believe that only 10% of the root suckers survive. I'm sitting on 95 to 98% survivability as far as root suckers are concerned. And It's because of the way that I'm doing it. And right now, I invite you to follow my page and see how it is that I do it. Just something that I want to share with you all. My name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. Don't forget to click on that bell for notification. Any comments or questions that you may have, I welcome. Y'all have a God blessed day.